Indeed.
Live in 3, 2, go ahead.
Grand awakening, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Huddle. My name is Chase Steele Greye, your host, along with my main man, Sorrel Kiton, who's going to be here with me as well. And we have a really great guest for you today, someone that I really love and respect, a kind human being with lots of great information. And I'm happy that you're here, happy that you could join us. But as always, before we get going, I'm going to start out with a little joke, just to open up the room, a little one-liner, something to just boop, put a little energy in the room before we begin. Sorrel, are you there? Well, I got some news to tell you. I went to the doctor and he told me I'm officially colorblind. I didn't know what to say. It came completely out of the purple. Roll that tape. Never get tired of that beginning. It's a very interesting thing. Welcome, everyone, to the Daily Huddle. My name is Chase Steele Greye, and of course, this is what we do. We're here every day of the week. We have different topics, different people, so much stuff going on. So great to see all the beautiful faces, as always. It's such an honor to be here. And today we have a special guest. Her name is Kathleen Kraft. But right before we get to her, let me just check the temperature in the room, see what's going on with everybody, see how the vibe is. Let's start with my man, Farid. How are you, sir?
I am good. How are you, Chase? Good morning.
Spectacular. Always great to see you. Great to see you. So let me ask you, where are you?
Well, I am here. I am here today on the Daily Huddle.
I like it. You're very clear with your answers. I like that. Let's pick on Miss Claudette Forbin. Grand day to you. How are you today?
Good morning, all. I am fine. How are you?
Spectacular. I'm great. And who will you hug today?
Who am I? I am calling to you guys, joining you from New York City, and looking forward to seeing what goes on here at the Daily Huddle. I was, Mark Ham told me to come and say hi.
Okay. But who will you hug today?
Who will I hug today?
Yes.
I'm going to hug anyone who needs a hug.
I like that. Little couple short questions to start at the Zoom today. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to start with those two and I'm going to get right into it today. Kathleen and I have known each other for many, many years. My father's wife is a very, very well-known art teacher. And Kathleen and I were figure models for my father's wife. And we met many years ago. And I want to introduce you guys to her because, she's just one of the people that really you can call a friend, a connector. We always speak on a high level about spiritual things, about family, about all these different things. And I'm telling you, it is absolutely amazing. I respect her so, so much. So we have a question today. And when I looked at the question, so many things went through my head, but I know Kathleen and I know where she comes from. So I'm going to just bring her on because I want to unpack this question of why are we here on Earth? And being that today is Health and Wellness Tuesday, I know that Kathleen can unpack this in a very special way. So please welcome to the Daily Huddle, Miss Kathleen Kraft.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Chase. Such an honor, and it's so great to see your face.
I know, right? We don't get to see each other as much. It's not good.
No, that's okay, though. Here we are.
Here we are.
It is magical.
It is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
I neglected to say that Kathleen is a massage therapist, and I've known her for such a long time that I know so many things that she can do and so many magical things that she is connected to. That's why I brought her on for Health and Wellness Tuesdays. But as I said before, Kathleen, give me your answer, or how would you unpack this in the shortest form as it relates to our question today?
As it relates to health and wellness, why are we here on the planet? So if we're here on the planet for any kind of purpose, it would mean that we have these vessels that we're meant to take care of.
Right.
And so to take care of that vessel, how do we do that? What are the aspects of
Right.
and how does that why we're on the planet? If at all. And which it does. Because if we have to do, then we have an optimal body to do them in, and we can do it for a longer period of time.
Exactly. And how would you unpack it as it relates to, like, if you could give somebody a little package, like a little brown paper bag, and inside that bag were these X amount of things where we could get closer to optimal health, be it psychologically or within our heart or within our physicality, how would you arrive at that? Like, I know you as a person, so I think I know the answer, but how would you give that to people who have never met you before, being, a health wellness professional as you are?
So I would ask how people are breathing. I would say, are you breathing? Is there life in the body? And then how do you want to take care of that life? So breathing is the first step. And then what do we take into our body? So thoughts, foods, liquids, what do we put on our skin? Do we move our body? Because we're physical beings. So that all that physicality needs movement. So I would say breath and movement and human connection. So relationship, because all of the things in our bodies have relationships. So all of the things in the people in our lives have that same relationship. And so how I relate to my body and how I take in that air and that water and those nutrients and those friendships all has an attribute of my whole state of health.
Right.
Is that
Oh, no, totally. I ask you these questions. It's interesting talking to you because you and I are so close, and I'm speaking to you like, hey, I'm speaking to you on the Zoom, but I know you so personally that I'm like, how do you concoct these questions to someone that has a wealth of information of all this? But I want to keep asking you some things because I know the people on the call would definitely benefit from a lot of these things. And I'm a face-to-face impromptu person. I don't have any questions written down or anything like that.
Right.
So the other thing I want to ask you is, this morning, as I came out of a meditation, I know that you have a very strong connection with meditation. How do you, as you're doing your massage practice, do you encourage people to incorporate meditation either before or after the treatments? And tell me a little bit about your treatments, what kind of massages you do, and how does that interact with your people? Right.
So the first part of the question is what would I say to them as they're on the table? So in the moment, I have people come in and have them lay down, and then I invite them to breathe. And as I say, you're more than welcome to take as many deep breaths as you like. I can instantly feel that they're breathing better. They're relieved to just hear that they can breathe. And so the first part of that is the invitation. And then throughout the massage, there's interactions, there's more invitation to, there's how is this feeling? There's, massage your internal organs as I'm massaging your body. And that's what the breath is. And so I think I answered that. There's a lot.
There's a lot with that. Yes, I totally. I'm asking you some questions that you can unpack in your own way, obviously. As it relates to, so the massage part, I wanted you to kind of describe, because what's interesting, I speak to people about massage from time to time. I get massages from time to time, and I don't think people realize how many types of massages there are and how they relate to different parts of our physicality, from deep tissue massage to Thai massage to two-person massage. What massages do you offer, and why are they advantageous to the wellness of a human being?
Right. So the type of massages that I offer are vast, but more so my massage has been described as intuitive because I take deep tissue, I take Thai massage, I take Swedish massage, I take ashiatsu, I take the points of Chinese medicine, I take my wealth of knowledge and I apply it to each body individually. So some people have a Swedish massage, but they need deep tissue in certain areas. And so in that meditation, when the body's having a hard time relaxing, and maybe I'm trying something that their body's not using, or working with. So I invite them to breathe and I invite them to imagine they're laying their head on the pillow. And I invite them to sort of go into their own meditation without describing, hey, go meditate. But just the invitation brings them to a state of meditation where their body can then relax. And then I can apply whatever pressure or technique the body absorb.
It's good.
Take a lot and put it in.
Right, exactly. You know, staying on this massage topic, because I know that's what you do quite frequently. Recently, I had a massage, and before she began, she said, "Would you like me to read your chakras?" And I thought that was so interesting. I love chakras. I read about them. I have books on them. Do you internally connect with the chakras of the person that you're working on, or do you ask them that question? And if you could, just in a short form, can you give us a little bit of a breakdown of this kind of the compilation of the chakras?
Sure. So in the way that I work, I'm more of a conduit. And so chakras at the base, I mean, the base is love or fear. It's the red chakra. And then the sacral and the solar plexus, and then the heart chakra. I connect with those and with that chakra more so than others with people.
Right.
Once the heart connection is there, it seems that there's an ease of flow and work, and there's an acceptance of the work that's coming to them, whereas that wouldn't be there. But then you move up and you have your throat chakra, which is the connection, communication, and then in the crown. And that's all beautiful. And when that's spinning and lovely, it's fabulous. But I don't try to connect people's consciousness with the chakras because they may not be at that level. They might get confused. I try to keep it simple for a lot of clients. And I know that everybody has a different depth of spiritual connection. So I more so go in as like a sneaky sort of spiritual adept in my conduitness. So as I'm telling the body, my mind and spirit are connected, and whatever movements or whatever voice commands I'm meant to give, I give. And so do I connect with them on the conscious level? Not all the time, because sometimes that's too deep and they're there to relax. And their body's not going to get it because their mind is trying to work. So I don't always try to go there. With you, I probably would. You know what I mean? Because we have that.
Yeah, definitely. I had an experience a few weeks ago. That woman that I told you about, I had never seen her before. She was just very close to where I was. And I went, and she was so kind and so nice and so open. And when I laid on the table and she asked me that question, I said, yeah, I'd like to know what's going on. And she said, I'm telling you, this is so amazing. She said, you're vibrating really high, but something is happening in your heart chakra and in your throat. And I thought, okay, all right. She said, I'm going to work on that with your permission. At the end of the massage, I started crying. She said, are you okay? And she rubbed me on my back. And I thought, did she pull that out of me psychologically by saying that? And then my intention went to my heart? Or was it like, okay, here we go, open the gates. And then it was just like, just wished out, you know? And that's what I find really fascinating, especially about people like yourself, because we've had some long conversations about a lot of things. And this intuitiveness that seems to exist within masseuses or basic spiritual teachers that call themselves spirit conductors and so on and so forth. I just think it's so fascinating. And I want to ask you, do you think that we, as it relates to us being healthy or us taking care of our wellness, do you believe that we have that kind of internal voice that is speaking to us out of health or out of wellness? You follow what I'm saying?
Meaning, is there a voice guiding?
Right. Do you think we're navigating that? Because I know a lot of people are just healthy and happy and bouncing around. And then other people who I feel like are feeding their non-health, non-wellness.
Hmm.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a voice that we all hear, and whether
Right.
it's stronger or weaker,
Mhm.
that depends on our health,
Right.
whether we
Right.
listen to.
Right. And- go ahead.
No, I think that meaning everybody's voices are different, and the voices that we want to hear are the healthy ones. But until we consciously decide that, the other voices are going to be louder, right?
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, I know you have a son, and I'm really curious. I thought about this a long time ago, and I might even said it to you. There's certain people, you think about them with their children, and they're, in my opinion, vibrating really, really high. And I wonder, what are like the main things in your mind as a mother as it relates to eating, exercise, reading that you are instilling in your child? Like, I would love to have a child one day. I say this to you all the time. Me as a father, I don't know if I would ever leave the house. I love children. So
Mhm.
as someone who's now a mother, and you saw what was happening with, obviously the relationship with your mother, what are the things that you instill into your child as it relates to those topics, like eating or meditating or praying? Like, what are the things that you feel are key in a beginning stage of a young human being's life?
So for my son in particular, the biggest thing is for him being outside and being close to nature. And that brings him to his breath, that brings him to getting his energy out and also moving his body.
Right.
I mean, we do have a prayer before dinner and we have a prayer before bed, and it's all these invitations and gratitudes. I think teaching children to connect with their bodies and to connect with their breath and to connect with the divine are three very important things.
So he's
about
up on that already. You've already been doing that.
Yeah, he's pretty good with all that.
That's amazing. Amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Fareed just asked, what are your thoughts on energy crystals? It's funny that you said that. Fareed said that because I carry one of them around with me all the time. I carry a couple of them, but do you have anything that is connected to energetic wellness through crystals, or anything that you particularly like or would recommend?
I do. I have lots of amethyst. It's my stone on my engagement ring, and it's very peaceful and very cleansing. I also have a large attraction to clear quartz. And so know that when I have sort of a crystal configuration set up in my workspace, the energy is different and it's fabulous. I don't always have that availability. Sometimes I'm at a spa, but when I'm in my home space, I definitely have assistance in that realm. Crystals are very fun to have around, and in particular, they help people for different reasons. When somebody's connected to that, somebody, the stones isn't going to have any effect from.
Oh no, totally.
But I like to work with them. Yes.
Yeah, it's a good question. Thanks, Fareed. I carry around a carnelian every day. I have something called the carnelian flame. It looks like a flame's coming up out of the table. It's a short little thing. I don't have it right next to me right now, but and then I got this new thing. It's called an intention rock, and it's flat and it has a dip in it. So you just put your thumb in it like this, and you can rub it. And it's Botswana agate. Is that how you say it? Agate.
Yeah.
So nice. Oh my goodness. So nice. So I'm with you on the crystal thing. I think it's really, really great. Just to ask you a little bit of an out of the box question. What is your particular food intake like? Someone like you who's transferring energy to people all the time. What are the things that are you plant-based? I know at one time you were, but
there's so many answers to this question. I have been plant-based. I've done many different things with my body. And in the practice of working with humans and all this energy, I have been a little bit more carnivorous. There's
Interesting.
some needs for me personally that require red meat. And it's maybe once a week, maybe twice. But my egg intake has also increased a little bit. My raw foods have gone down a little bit, but I am taking in collagen. And I do like to have that shake in the morning with fruits and vegetables. So that's more my fruit intake, because I've thought about it. And I mean, we've had meat on the planet for the longest period of time.
Right.
And as much as most people don't move very much and probably should not take in that much protein, there's a balance for everybody. But for me personally, right now, it's more of an old world balanced diet. It's not a lot of heavy fats that are processed. Natural.
Right.
So.
No, I totally understand that. And I think from an information perspective, most people still don't know that you can get protein from a lot of things that are not meat.
Right.
The argument with a lot of people is, oh, yeah, the plant-based thing, yeah, that's cool, but I need my chicken. Oh, the plant-based is cool, but at Thanksgiving, I have to have my turkey at Thanksgiving. Like, I love it. I love those conversations. I love it. And I say to myself, yeah, do you. Like, I'm an open-minded person, so I let people do whatever they want to do. I don't go, oh, why would you eat that? Are you crazy? I hear people say that. I'm like, what are you doing? What's happening?
Yeah.
Ronald just asked, how often should you get a massage? What do you think about that?
So we have a joke since massage school that says, you should get as many massages as you can afford.
I like that.
And I'll say that, a human body should have 4 hugs a day that are 20 seconds long.
Yes. I love that.
So 4 hugs is for survival, 8 maintenance,
I've heard this.
12 is for growth.
12.
So 12 20-second hugs a day is what we need.
Oh gosh, that would be amazing.
And that's been studied. Like, touch is a
I
quality.
know. I've heard of this. Yes.
There's touch motivation. Like, people get mentally ill from not being touched.
12 hugs a day for growth.
Yes.
I love that sentence.
So if there's something going on in your body, get a few massages, work it out on a regular maintained schedule. And you're not a huge bodybuilder or a high athlete, maybe once a week is really nice. Once a month, if you really want to, you're really good moving in your own body. That's awesome. But I mean, I have some clients that are, they've got buku bucks and they get 3 massages a week and they're 2 and 3 hours each, so it really depends on your availability,
Right. Oh man, shoot, I only had 1 massage. It's my birthday month. I think I'm going to get 4 or 5 more this month. Shoot. And then after you get the massage, hug your massage therapist. That's what I did last time. Thank you. And I brought her over and I hugged her. She said, oh, you're so kind. The first day we met. It was so nice. What a beautiful human being. My goodness. Does anyone else have a question? I was reading this.
How's that? I do have I'm leaning toward buying a chair. A
massage chairs. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just really, looking at, in the how often question, as opposed to really a massage. I know it's definitely not comparable, but yet, it's the, I guess if you do, a human massage and a chair massage, once every, you get the chair being available, but what's your take about chair massage? In relation to a massage therapist.
So I like the chair massage when a human's not available. You can sit in the chair 15 minutes every day because it's in your home. I love that aspect of it. It does miss the human attribute and it does miss the diversibility or the versatility of the fingers and the hands of the human. So, if your body fits perfectly into the chair and it all works, that's awesome. As long as you're getting your hugs, your human touch, that's awesome. If you have the space and the availability, go for it. Get the chair. A dear friend of mine has one and it's great. You go sit in his house and have tea and sit in a massage chair.
Great. It's great, Ronald. I have one. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
But if you go to Florida, you should get a massage from Kathleen, though. It's miles above the chair.
Okay.
Miles above the chair. Trust me.
Okay.
Claudette, did you have a question? I thought I saw your hand go up and okay. Anyone else? No? Okay. So you are your business is Body Boca Ambassadors. And I know if people come to Florida, they can reach out to you. Your information is on the site, I believe. Yes, or your Instagram. Do you have anything you'd like to say in closing as it relates to this entire circle of just wellness in general? You know, what would be something that you would leave us with to take on our way? The 12 hugs a day did it for me. We could have ended it after that. I would have been fine. It's like, yeah, go get your 12 hugs. See you later. Bye. But
that's a good last note. But also, we all have something inside of us that's ready and waiting to come out. And so I would say, let's keep our bodies as healthy as possible so that we can do those missions and have those great experiences of life in a fully moving, fully fabulous, fully magical body. And breathe as deeply and as often as you like.
Right. Movement and breathing. Oh my gosh. I think it was it Russell Simmons? I think Russell Simmons said something about if you're not moving every day, you have to change that. And if you don't have 10 minutes or 15 minutes to meditate a day, you should be meditating an hour a day. I was like, wow. That hit me like a brick. I was like, well, I guess that's all right. Good. Awesome. Why not? Right.
Yeah.
But you know, here we are. I'm so glad that you could join us today. I would love to have you come back and speak on some more concentrated topics in the near future. You know, I love you. I'm so appreciative of our friendship, and we're joined in here. It's a great thing. I always appreciate you so much. You know how I feel. I don't want to get emotional. Keep it together. Keep it together. Don't go there. But thank you so much for joining us on the Daily Huddle. And as always, as we do our close, I want to go over our tenets that we always review because they're so important. Always remember to live and laugh out loud. Stress less, please. Right? Eat mostly plant-based. Remember to move the body every day. Do not forget that. Your shows are good, but that chair is going to mess with you if you're sitting in it too long. Trust me. Give of yourself as much as you possibly can. Sleep. Oh my gosh, I'm talking to myself right now. I need more sleep. 5 to 7 hours, please, people. Do the best you can to do that. And lastly, but certainly not least, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't go out into the world of mess. There's too much mess out there already. So bring the light. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for joining us on the Daily Huddle. What a beautiful group of people. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Kathleen. And we will definitely see you again tomorrow, should you choose to join us once again. It's been my pleasure. My name is Chase Steele Greye, and we are out.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Chase.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Huddle family. Peace and blessings.
Excellent job.